Hello, family and friends. Guess what? Today, the 29th day of October, we, the members of the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary, MSSCC, are celebrating the feast of our father founder, Saint Gaetano Errico. I'd want you to stay tuned as we take you through the life of this great servant of God.
Do you know anything about the spirituality and prayer life of St. Gaetano Errico, the father founder of the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary, MSSCC? Well, not to worry, here's an overview of his prayer life. St. Gaetano Errico would take deep devotions to the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary. He would spread God's love to the poor and marginalized. St. Gaetano Errico would hold his rosary tenaciously as a way of honoring the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and would pay deep and silent devotions to Jesus in the Eucharist as a way of honoring the Sacred Heart of Jesus. St. Gaetano Errico, our father founder, a man filled with love, charism, a man who would go on parish mission, retreats, from nation and station to station, tirelessly spreading God's love. St. Gaetano Errico is one of a kind man, a man who still lives in our hearts, now and forever. We carry the zeal to share his message to the world. This is a man filled with love.
Who is Saint Gaetano Errico?
Saint Gaetano Errico is an Italian Catholic priest who left the church an indelible mark through his dedication to the sick, the poor, and the marginalized. Saint Gaetano Errico was born on the 19th of October 1791 in Sempliano, Naples, Italy. His life was characterized by his intense devotion to God and his relentless effort in saving others. Can you tell us more about the life of Saint Gaetano Errico?
Now, Saint Gaetano Errico was raised in a good and devoted family background, and his zeal for the priesthood was at a very tender age. So because of that, he went to the seminary and he studied philosophy and theology in Naples. And after that, he was ordained on the 23rd of September 1815. After his ordination, as God will have it, he was sent to the hospital to work there as a chaplain. And after working there, his zeal, passion, and empathy for the suffering deepened. And this was to help shape his future ministry.
Saint Gaetano Errico faced formidable challenges where he went through oppositions by the priests and by the government officials. He was being exiled to Sicily for a brief period where he suffered poverty, illness, and perseverance. He believed that his call was divine, so he persevered and continued through his ministry.
Gaetano Errico, a faithful servant to a revered saint, lived his life in service to the poor and marginalized. He founded schools, charity organizations, and orphanages. He was venerated, beatified, and canonized a saint in 2012 by Pope Benedict XVI. May his path to sainthood inspire us as we journey towards God.
In 1836, St. Gaetano Errico founded the congregations of the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary, an order dedicated to evangelizing and providing support to the community. The aim of this religious institute is to make known to the people about the ardent love the Sacred Heart had for us, and also to kindle in the hearts of humanity this holy divine love.
Today, being 29th of October 2024, is the feast of our father founder, St. Gaetano Errico. St. Gaetano Errico is a man, is an apostle of God's merciful love. He sought to arouse in the hearts of men the love of confidence towards God and the Blessed Virgin Mary. He preached of the mercies of the Lord. He advised us to take delight in Him, for He is our hope and all. Hence he wrote that if your heart tells you that God has cast you away, tell your heart that by His precious blood you have gained salvation of soul.
What has fascinated us so come from afar? Maybe we are realizing that there is something hidden in the personality of Gaetano that makes him so relevant in the contemporary world. However, a researcher, Reverend Father Okafor, MSSCC, discovered that everything of Gaetano is born out of the passionate love he has for God. In fact, what he preaches and writes in his sermons is not the result of study, but of life experience. He first lives and practices, then preaches and writes. The tenderness and mercy found in Gaetano are not words, but the daily experience of life. The daily experience of life which he seeks to inculcate in others so that they can experience the same beneficial effects. Gaetano used to walk 7 to 10 kilometers between Naples and Secondigliano to go and come back from school, not undaunted by the fatigue of the strenuous school day. Gaetano comes back home only to set out again to go help the poor on the streets and visit the sick in the hospital with the little savings he made from his pocket money. This is a love that speaks of tenderness. It speaks of tenderness because it understands and wears the clothes of others. It is safe to say that Gaetano might have drawn motivation from the first letter of St. John, chapter 3, verse 17, where it says, "But whoever has the world's goods and sees his brother in need and closes his heart against him, how does the love of God abide in him?" Saint Gaetano Errico, pray for us.
There is a man I know. His name is Saint Gaetano Errico. He became a priest on the 23rd of September 1815. His journey to Christ and his journey carrying men and women to God, it started from his ordination. And of course, he is the founder of this congregation, the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary, which he founded in the year 1833, bringing men and women close to God. He lived a very good life that we should emulate and strive to be like. Today we celebrate our feast day, the 29th of October. We wish our brothers, our fathers, our priests, and all our supporters a very happy feast day. Celebrate with us, and happy feast day to you too.
At the time of his death, in October 29th, 1860, St. Gaetano Errico had 14 mission houses and 2 seminaries. St. Gaetano Errico's order reached various regions of the world, and his spiritualities touched countless lives. St. Gaetano Errico was beatified in 1975 by Pope Paul VI in St. Peter's Square, Vatican City. St. Gaetano Errico was also canonized on the 12th of October by Pope John Paul II. Errico's sanctity was formally recognized by the Church.
Wow, the life of this great servant of God is really impressive. As we reflect on the life of St. Gaetano Errico today, I would want to remind each and every one of us that true greatness lies not in worldly achievement or accomplishment, but in true service to others. Thank you. St. Gaetano Errico, pray for us.
I believe by my words, you understand what I mean by saying he's a man filled with love, the love of God, a filial love for the heart of Mary. Now I urge you to like and subscribe to the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Mary page. Thank you.